Welcome to KTU online study app. So today we are going to see the topics on partial derivative with more than two variables. In previous video we have seen about the partial derivative. So today's classes is about entirely partial derivative with more than two variables. More than two variables. See, variable means what? Variables are x, y, z. So we are doing partial derivative with respect to x, with respect to y, that is dou f by dou x, dou f by dou y, and dou f by dou z. So more than two variable, that means it is indicating about more than two independent variable. There are more than two independent variable. This is the thing condition they have given. Okay, so let me go to the problem number 1. So observe the problem number 1. So in problem number 1, though, what is they have given? If f of x comma y comma z function f of x comma y comma z is equal to x cube y square z power 4 plus 2xy plus z. That means here the condition is they are indicating it is depending upon the value function is depending upon the function is depend upon x, y and z. So partial derivative, they are asking about the partial derivative. So in some question paper they can also ask about f of x. F of x means what? That is nothing but dou by dou x. That is, this is the symbol we can able to represent. Similarly, f of y is equal to what? F of y is, we can say the thing dou f by dou y. Similarly, f of z is nothing but dou f by dou z. That means we want to do partial derivative with respect to x, partial derivative with respect to y, partial derivative with respect to z. This is the condition we want to do. Okay, now we will be solving this sum. So what is the thing they have given? F of x they have given. So now we want to identify partial derivative with respect to x. So when we are taking with respect to x, what will happen? Other term, here you should be know the thing, other terms are constant, or treating other terms as a constant. Here what is the other term? Other term is nothing but y comma z. This is the other term. Y comma z is another term. So partial derivative dou f by dou x, that is nothing but f of x is equal to, we can say the thing. So what will happen? Function they have given f is equal to what they have given, x cube y square z power 4 plus 2 into x y plus z. So treating other terms are constant. So here what is a constant? Y square z power 4 is our constant. So y square z power 4 I am taking outside. Now derivative of x cube. What is the derivative of x cube? So what is the derivative of x cube? That is differentiation. Differentiation of x power n is what? That is n into n power n minus 1. That means here x cube, they are giving x cube. Differentiation of x cube is what? 3 into x 3 minus 1, that is nothing but 3 into x square. So we will be getting what? We will be getting 3 into x square we are getting. So now first term is over. Now second term, here what is the constant here? Here constant is 2y. 2y is a constant. So derivative of x is what? Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of x is 1. Here it is z. Z is treating as a constant. When you are differentiating with respect to constant, what will happen? It will become 0. So this term will become 0. So what is our f of x? F of x we are getting 3 into x square y square z power 4 plus 2y. So this is our f of x. That is nothing but what? That is nothing but dou f by dou x. That is partial derivative with respect to x, treating other term as a constant. Very important thing. When you are doing partiality, you want to take that only x and treating other term as what? Constant. So now we will be dealing with dou f by dou y. Dou f by dou y, that is partial derivative with respect to y. With respect to y means what we want to do? We want to take other term as a constant. That means here other term is what? Other terms are x comma z, or other term or constant. So or constant. So what we can able to do? So f of y is equal to what? Dou f by dou y. That is nothing but what is f? F they have given is x cube y square z power 4 plus 2xy plus z. So just treat here other term is what? X cube and z cube are other term. So writing x cube z power 4 we are writing first. So what is differentiation value of? Differentiation value of y power n is what? N into y power n minus 1. So differentiation of y square is what? That is nothing but 2 into y power 2 minus 1. That is nothing but what we will be getting? That is 2 into y power 1. Okay. So now here what is the constant here? Here 2x is a constant. So taking 2x outside. So differentiation of y is what? Differentiation of y is nothing but 1. Now z is what? Z is a constant term, so it will become 0. Differentiation of constant term, what it will become? It will become 0. So that is the thing. Differentiation of constant is equal to 0. Okay, so taking other term as a constant, so z will become automatically 0. So what is our f of y? F of y is nothing but 2x cube z power 4 into y plus 2x. So this is our f of y. Now with respect to z we want to identify. With respect to z, that is partial derivative with respect to z. So with respect to z means what will happen? X and y's are constant. X and y are constant. That means f of z is equal to what we will be getting? Dou f by dou z. That is nothing but what is f? F is nothing but x cube y square z power 4 plus 2xy plus z. So what will happen? What are constant? X cube and y squares are constant. So x cube y square constant. So taking outside. So differentiation of z power 4. What is this? Differentiation of z power 4? Z power 4 is nothing but 4 into z power 4 minus 1. So what we will be getting? We will be getting 4 into z cube we will be getting. So we will be getting 4 into z cube plus this term x and y's are constant. So just observe very carefully, x and y's are constant. So this will become constant term. The differentiation of constant is what? So differentiation of constant is what? Constant is 0. Differentiation of constant is 0 plus z. Z when you are differentiating, what we will be getting? We will be getting 1. Differentiation of z is equal to 1. Okay. So what is our f of z? F of z is equal to, we are getting 4 into x cube y square z cube plus 1. It is our f of z. So this is the way we want to do the partial derivative for more than 2 variable. Okay. See, same procedure only. The thing is, additionally you want to do what? One more variable. One more variable is z they have given. So you want to identify the dou f with respect to dou z. This is the thing you want to do. That means taking x and y as a constant. Okay. This is the same procedure only. Okay. So we will move on to the next new topic. So next topic is what? Next topic is higher order derivative. That means the order will be increasing. That's the thing. Okay. So higher order derivative means what? We have learned about dou f by dou x. Higher order derivative means the power will be in n. Okay. So here also n. So what will happen? Dou square f divided by dou x square. That means what you want to do? This is nothing but what? We can able to say the thing dou f by dou x. So when you are again differentiating, that is again partial derivative, that is partial differentiation or partial derivating, what we will be getting? So it is nothing but what we will be getting? Dou f by dou x square. So this is the thing. Again and again if you are differentiating, that is called as what? Higher order derivative. For example, they are giving dou f by dou y, means you want to differentiate again with respect to dou f by dou y. Dou f by dou y, when you are again differentiating, it will become dou f square by dou y square. So this is the thing we will be getting. So again and again differentiating, that is called as what? Higher order derivative. It is depending upon n. The question they will be giving, if it is second order means you n equal to 2. If it is a third order means n equal to 3. So this is the way you want to identify. In previous sum and all, we have seen about the first order, that is n equal to 1. N equal to 1. When n equal to 1, what is that thing? that is dou f by dou x. That is the reason n equal to 1. Now we are going to see about the dou square f by dou x square, and this can also be called as what? F of x comma x. Here f of x means, here we can say the thing f of x comma x, and this one we can also say the thing what? F of y comma y. That means again and again differentiating, so that's the reason we are using. Similarly, f of x comma y also we can able to say. That means this is nothing but what? Dou f square divided by dou x by dou y. That means first you are differentiating with respect to x, then again you are differentiating with respect to y. Okay. So this is the way we want to identify the higher order derivative. Okay. So now we will move on to the problem. So problem number 1. So if f they have given, we want to identify f of xx. So I have told you f of x is nothing but what? Dou f square by dou x square. This one we can also break down into dou of dou x, that is again and again partial derivative dou f of dou x. That means first what we want to identify? First we want to identify this one. This is the thing. First step we want to try. First step. Second step is again partial derivative. So here we are doing about partial derivative, so that means again and again you should show a partiality while derivating, that means while taking differentiation. Okay. So now what is f? F they have given is equal to x cube y square minus 2x square y plus x. So what we can do? First we will be identifying dou f by dou x. That is nothing but what? We will be taking partial derivative with respect to x. When we are taking with respect to x, what will happen? Y will become constant, so y equal to constant. So what will happen? So f, so first term is y square is constant, so taking outside, so x cube, when you are differentiating x cube, what will happen? Differentiation of x cube is what? That is nothing but 3 into x power 3 minus 1. That is nothing but what we will be getting? We will be getting 3x square minus, here what is constant? Minus 2y is constant, minus 2y is constant, so minus 2y I am taking outside. Differentiation of x square is what? That is 2 into x power 2 minus 1. So we will be getting what? We will be getting 2 into x plus differentiation of x is what? Differentiation of x is 1. So this is the thing we are getting for f of x. So f of x is what? F of x, what we are getting? So we are getting into y square x square minus 4 into y x plus 1. Now what we want to actually need? We need f of xx. That means what? Again you want a partial derivative with respect to what? X. That is again partial derivative with respect to what? With respect to x. With respect to x we want to do. So what will happen? So it will become 3y square is constant, so 3y square I am taking outside. Partial derivative of x square, that is differentiation of x square is what? 2 into x power 2 minus 1. So that is nothing but what? 2 into x power 1 minus 4y is constant. So differentiation of x is what? Differentiation of x is 1. So 1. What is constant? When you are taking the differentiation of constant, what we will be getting? We will be getting 0. So what is f of x comma x? That is nothing but 6y square x minus 4y. So this is the thing we are getting. So this is the what? Second order of dou x square f by dou x square. So this is the thing we have identified the first sum. Now we want to identify the, so here what is the thing they have asked? Here if you observe third order, here you see f of x comma x, already we have identified f of x comma x. So here what is they have asked? Y they have asked. That means again we are on the derivative. This one, first one is okay, we have solved the first one. Now we are doing this sum, that is with respect to y, that is partial derivative with respect to y we are doing. That means third order. Here it is a third order, that is nothing but here this one we can also write like dou square f dou cube x divided by dou y into dou x square. So this is the thing. This is the thing they have asked. So already we have identified dou f by dou x square. Now we want to partial derivative with respect to x, with respect to y. Sorry. So what will happen? X will become constant. So x is constant. So what will happen? This will become. So here treating 6x is a constant. So 6x taking outside. So what is the differentiation value of y square? That is nothing but 2y minus 4 into differentiation value of y is what? 1. So what we will be getting? We will be getting f of x comma x into y is nothing but what we are getting? We are getting 6 into 2, that is 12. So 12xy minus 4. So we have solved about f of x comma x and f of xx comma y. That is nothing but what? Dou qf divided by dou y into dou x square. Dou x square. So we have solved this also. Okay. This is the thing we have solved. Now what we want to solve means, now we can able to solve this sum. Okay, f of x comma x, that is f of x comma x comma x. That means again and again you want to differentiate. So what we know, the thing we know is f of x comma x. What is f of x comma x? That is nothing but what we are getting. F of x comma x is 6y square x minus 4y. That is 6y square x minus 4y. This is f of x comma x. That means we here we want to write dou cube f divided by dou x cube. So we want to again we want a derivative, again partial derivative with respect to x. That means treating y as a constant, y equal to constant. So what will happen? So this one will become 6y square is a constant. So derivative of x is what? 1 minus 4y. 4y is a constant. So here 4y is a constant. So it will become 0. So f of x comma x is equal to what we will be getting? 6y square. So this is nothing but 6y square. So we have completed about this f of x comma x. So this also we have completed. Now what we want to do? We want to take the partial derivative with respect to y. So what are left out? So this f of x, x, y, this x comma y and triple y. So these are the things, that is third order of with respect to y's are left out. So partial derivative with respect to y we are taking y. That means what will happen? So dou f by dou y is equal to, that is f of y is equal to what will happen? So partial derivative with respect to y. So what will happen? Taking constant y, x square is a constant, so x cube outside. So differentiation derivative of y square is what? That is nothing but 2 into y power 2 minus 1. So it will become 2 into y1 minus, here 2x square is constant. So derivative of y is what? Derivative of y is 1. X square, x is constant, so it will become 0. So f of y, what we are getting? We are getting x cube 2y minus 2x square. So this is the thing we are getting f of y. Now what we want to identify? We want to identify f of y comma y. That is nothing but what? F of y comma y is nothing but dou square f divided by dou y square. That means partial derivative. This one partial derivative with respect to y we want to take. So when we are taking with respect to y, what will happen? Here x cube is a constant. So x cube writing outside. Partial derivative of 2y is what? That is nothing but 2 here. Y is what? 1. This is constant. So automatically this will become 0. So minus 0. So what is f of y comma y? That is we are getting 2x cube. So what will happen? Automatically, so we can say f of y comma y is what? 2x cube. So what will be f of y comma y? That is partial derivative. Again taking partial derivative with respect to y, treating x is equal to constant. So what will happen? So this value, when you are seeing even this value, automatically we can say that thing this is constant because x is a constant. So 2x cube automatically we can able to write it is 0 because here no y term is there. So when there is no y term is there, we can able to say automatically that other terms are constant. So when you are differentiating the constant, it will become 0. So f of y comma y is 0 we are getting. So now, so we have completed this one. This one we have completed. This one we have completed. F of y comma y completed. F of x comma x also we have completed. So what is left out? The left out term is f of x y comma y. So already we have find out f of y comma y is what? 2x cube. So f of x into y, that is nothing but partial derivative. Partial derivative with respect to x. So what will happen? So this will become 2 into 3 into x square. So that is nothing but f of x y is equal to 6 into x square. So this is the thing, is the required answer. Okay, this is the required answer. So we will go to the one more problem where the value of x will be given, where the value of x will be 1 or y will be 2. The values will be given. Okay, we want to just substitute the value. Okay, so problem number 2 we can see. So problem number 2, just observe the problem number 2. Here they have asked about the value. They have given the value, that is x is equal to 0. Here they have mentioned x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. They have given the value. First, what is they have asked? Just first, what they have asked, f of x comma y they have given is equal to y cube e power of minus 5x. So this is the thing they have given. Now, what is the thing they have in question? A question they have asked f of x y y. That means what we want to do? We want to take the partial derivative of dou cube f divided by dou x into dou square y. This is the thing we want to identify. So partial derivative. So how to identify partial derivative? So partial derivative with respect to y we can able to do. We can either do x first then y you can again you can do, or you can take f of y first then you can also partial derivative with respect to x. At last you can either in a reverse order you can able to take. Okay, so with respect to y means what will happen? So f of y is equal to what will happen? Treating other term as a constant. So e power of minus 5 as a constant. So when we are taking the derivative of d power y cube, what will happen? This is nothing but 3 into y power 3 minus 1. So what we will be getting? We will be getting 3 into y square. Now again partial derivative with respect to y, what we will be getting? What is constant here? Here f of y is equal to e power of minus 5x 3y square. So what is constant here? Constant here is 3 into e power minus 5x is constant. So partial derivative of y square is what? We will be getting 2 into y power 1. So we will be getting 2 into y power 1. So f of y is equal to, we are getting 6 e power of minus 5x y we are getting. Now what we want to do? Now we want to take partial derivative with respect to x. So taking this values, this is second equation, this is first equation. Taking partial derivative with respect to x on equation 2. So what we will be getting? We will be getting f of x y. So what is f of x y? So what is f of y? That is nothing but what we are getting? We are getting 6 e power of minus 5x y. So with respect to what? Partial derivative with respect to x we are doing. So treating other term as a constant. So when you are treating other term as a constant, here 6y is a constant. So what about e power differentiation of e power of ax? That is nothing but a into e power of ax. So here a is what? D of e power of minus 5x. So here a equal to minus 5. So what we will be getting? Minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So differentiation value is minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So f of x comma y is equal to 6y is equal to minus 30y e power of minus 5x. Okay. Now, what is the value of x? They have given given x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 1. So what we are getting of f of x y that is nothing but minus 30y e power of minus 5x. So just substitute the x and y value in the third equation. So what we will be getting minus 30. What is y? Y is equal to 1 e power of minus 5 into 0. So what we will be getting minus 30 into 1 e power of minus 5 into 0 is nothing but e power of 0. So what is e power of 0? E power of 0 is equal to 1. So we will be getting into 1. So what is our answer? Our answer is f of x y is equal to minus 30. So this is our required answer. Okay. Similarly, we will be solving the B option also. So in B option, what is they have asked? B, they have asked f of x. That means partial derivative. Dou q order. What is the thing? Order is 3. So we want a partial derivative for 3 times with respect to x we want to take. So what will happen? F of x is equal to what will happen? That is what is they have given? F is what they have given. F is equal to y cube e power of minus 5x. That is partial derivative with respect to x. That means treating y is equal to constant. So when you are treating y is equal to constant, what will happen? So y cube will be come outside. So differentiation of e power of minus 5x is what we have already done. That is minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So we will be getting minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So f of x is equal to minus 5 y cube e power of minus 5x. So now again we want to do, this is equation, partial derivative with respect to x for equation 1. For equation 1, what will happen? That is nothing but f of x comma x. What is f of x? That is nothing but minus 5 e power of minus 5x y cube. So again partial derivative with respect to x, what will happen? Here minus 5 y cube is a constant. Minus 5 y cube is a constant. So partial derivative of d of e power of minus 5x is what? That is nothing but minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So what we will be getting? We will be getting minus 5 e power of minus 5x. Here a is equal to minus 5. So we know the formula of d power of ax. That is nothing but a into e power of ax. So what we will be getting? F of x comma x is equal to minus 5. So minus into minus it will become 25. So 25 minus into minus plus 5 into 5 25 y cube e power of minus 5x. So this is the thing we are getting for f of x comma x. But in question what they have asked? They have asked about the third order. So again partial derivative. This is equation 2. Again partial derivative with respect to x for equation 3. So what we will be getting? F of xx is what we are getting? We are getting 25 y cube e power of minus 5x. So what will happen? So again partial derivative with respect to x, we will be getting 25 y cube is a constant. So taking outside, so partial derivative of e power minus 5x is what? The same thing only, minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So what we will be getting? We will be getting minus 5 e power of minus 5x. So when you are again multiplying, minus 125 y cube e power of minus 5x. This is our f of x comma x value. This is the thing we are getting. Okay. Now what is the question they have asked? The question they have asked about f of x comma x. They have given the value 0 comma y 1. That is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. Just substitute f of x. What we are getting? We are getting minus 125 y cube e power of minus 5x. So just substitute, what we will be getting? Minus 125 y cube is what? 1 cube e power of minus 5 into 0. We know that thing. What is e power of 0? E power of 0 is equal to 1. So minus 125 into 1 into 1. So f of x is equal to what? We are getting minus 125 as an answer. This is our required answer. Okay, this is the thing. Higher order means you want to do according to the taking the order you want to do. Again and again partial derivative. If they are asking about x means with respect to x, y means with respect to y. Okay, the thing is you want to break down the question. If they are asking about f of x y means what you want to do? Same thing, dou by dou f cube, here x dou y square. Suppose they are asking about x y means you want to do dou f divided by dou x square dou y. That means here, or you can also write dou f x, that is dou y dou x square. This is the way you can able to do. That means here the order of degree is what? Third order. So n is a third order. This is the thing is called as a higher order. Okay, so we have covered about the topics of partial derivative, first order, second order, with more than two variable also we have seen. Okay, more than two variable means what? That is they will be giving extra variable is that they will be giving. Okay, so we will be seeing in our next class. Okay, thank you.